J50 and Weezy. And it's a song I made, and I tell people to this day, it's not a diss song, it's just a real song. Because I made the song when I was actually a middle school teacher. And a lot of people don't know that, but I went to school, I actually graduated a couple of years ago, and I was teaching middle school students every day in the classroom and seeing how much they idolize people like J50 and Weezy as opposed to their own parents or people like Mr. Augustine, myself, you know, my name at the time when I was a teacher. And with that being said, I said, you know what, these brothers who have this power to create these empires, these are not Waka Flocka rappers. These are brothers who have created empires. Young Money is an empire. Rockefeller is an empire. G-Unit is an empire. So I know they're aware of the influence that they have on our youth, but they still choose to ride the fence, I feel. They still choose to, you know, avoid confrontation when it comes to being held accountable for their words and their actions. And I just feel like while I'm on this earth, I have a purpose, and my purpose is to speak the truth and to call out things when I see problems. And that was definitely a problem, so I chose to speak on it. And I think that the reason why the video has been so successful is because I just struck a chord with what people are talking about this in barbershops all over the country already. So I just made a video about what people really feel.
Okay. Jasiri, what are your thoughts on the climate right now? Obviously, a lot of hip-hop centers around the streets and some of the things that are not necessarily connected to politics, but you have been very profound in your approach to hip-hop. And what are your thoughts? What's the state of the conscious, so-called conscious rapper these days?
Well, I think it's part. Well, on one hand, I mean, the conscious artist is just like any other artist, where, you know, our livelihood is based on our art and people supporting our art. So it's one part where you see a music industry that's falling, CDs aren't selling, you know, tours aren't selling out like they used to. So you have artists struggling just to support their family. So it causes, to touch on what D1 says, I think it causes artists to be less controversial, to be less confrontational, because they're worried about, you know, the bottom line, filling their pocket and making money. On the other hand, just like you said, the dominant narrative a lot of times in hip-hop is talking about the streets, and but more so really talking about getting a whole bunch of money, even though we're in the midst of a recession, even though our communities deal with more poverty than ever, joblessness than ever. So it's really, what I see is a hip-hop community, and even on some hand, conscious artists themselves really losing touch from what is going on with the average young person in our community that's really struggling day to day, whether it's college loans, whether it's graduating college and finding employment. And I think, you know, I hope to see more artists like D1. I think what you're going to see is artists like myself really not coming from a structured system of a label system, but really coming from a grassroots effort. And I think we strike a nerve because we're talking about those things, and we're not afraid to take those chances and be controversial and talk about issues that people really want to hear and really feel.
Okay.